board games. My whole family was there. It was great.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. And I originally wanted a doula just in case I couldn't I was going to have a hospital birth. I was thinking about it, and then I got a doula, and she was becoming a midwife, so she was telling me all about home birth, and it was really appealing because I had my son, and I wasn't going to be able to bring him into the hospital, and I don't have family here because of the military. So she was there for me the whole time and gave me the option to either have it at the hospital or at home, and it made it really appealing to have it at home, so I did.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess, did you do a water birth?
I don't know.
Well, we had a woman just called in earlier who had 7 children and was thinking about having an 8th. Perhaps you should consider it. I don't know. Although 2's a good number, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to have more children, but I don't know. We're really lucky with the 2 we have. I don't want to push my luck.
Now, how old are you, about?
What's that?
About how old are you?
I'm 33.
All right. And how old is your oldest child?
2.
2, so...
Well, he'll be 2 in May, actually.
Right, so you started this, wow, you're really, and you have 2 kids, so you've really been putting, you've been going at this fast.
Yeah.
Wow. Do my guests have any questions for my caller?
No, I don't think so. I think her story is great and very typical of people having a terrible hospital experience and then choosing something radically different for their subsequent births.
Well, look, thank you so much for calling in. It sounds like everybody's very active in the background there.
Thank you.
Okay.
I definitely recommend home birth.
All right,
So,
thank you.
Yeah,
I'm going to take another call. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello?
Hi, is Tammi McKinley?
Yeah, hold on. You want to be on the air? Hold on a second. See if I can get the phone system to work here. If for any reason we lose you, call back. Caller, can you hear us?
To what?
Can you hear me on the phone? Can you hear my voice?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually calling from Tennessee.
Tennessee. Wow. Yeah. So, do you have a question about? We're just getting phones off the hook here. So, and do you have a question about for our guests about home birth or the fact that women can choose their own way of doing things?
Well, not so much a question as an encouragement to those, to Tammi and other midwives. I just want to encourage the student midwives to keep on studying, and it's never too late to become a midwife.
Wow.
You're awesome.
All right. Well, thank you, caller. I'm going to take another phone call. Thank you very much for calling in.
Okay.
Right.
Hi, Tammi.
Hey.
Okay.
It's me.
Hello, Radio Hotline. Do you want to come on the air?
Hi, I'm calling about our family's home birth.
Yay.
Okay, well, we got to put you on because you're a guy. Can you hear us? We can hear you. Can you hear us?
You're a little muffled.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. So, you're calling up about, you're a guy, and you're calling, are you planning on having a baby anytime soon?
No, but my wife and I had our 6th child at home.
Your 6th child at home. Round of applause for the 6th child and at home. Does this mean you've had all your children at home?
Nope, just the last one.
Oh, I see. You had your 6th child at home. I see. And what made you decide to go from doing it in the hospital to at home?
Well, we've been, I guess you would say, working on trying to have the others at home, but something would always give us the feeling that, we probably have to go ahead and go into the hospital for this.
Wow. And so did the birth go smoothly?
What's that?
Was it a smooth birth, this one at home?
Yeah, actually, every one of them, the ones in the hospital as well as the ones at home, were all very smooth.
Was it a water birth?
Yes, the last one was.
And did you use hypnotherapy?
Did we what?
Did you use the hypnotherapy on this?
No hypnotherapy.
All right. So how did you feel having this happen in your home? You as a guy, what did you think about it?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. I was in the tub with my wife,
Really?
doing some effleurage, a lot of prayer, literally just pouring water over her back, which seemed to help because the water in the tub was quite warm.
Mm-hmm.
And it just was a very calm and fairly quiet experience. It was really incredible.
How did you compare your night after the birth? I mean, I don't know if it happened during the day, but I mean, I remember I didn't find the hospital the greatest place to be. How was it being at home after the birth compared to having to go to the hospital? I mean,
you can't compare. You're talking about apples and oranges or apples and grapefruit. There really is no comparison. In the hospital, even the dad gets ushered around, or he has to stay in the very uncomfortable rocker to sleep in. There versus at home, we get in bed.
wow.
We just get in our bed and snuggle.
Were you worried about your wife having any problems afterwards, or?
None whatsoever.
And where were your kids? Where was the 5-year-old or 8-year-old, or where were the kids in this?
They were in the room watching.
Wow.
At the time of the actual birth, they all came in the room. During the latter part of the labor, they were in the other end of the house with friends, and then we called them in for the actual birth. And our, at the time, 5-year-old daughter cut the cord.
Wow. Hopefully using safety scissors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We used the right scissors for that.
Oh, I was just thinking, I got my scissors from my Crayola set, I use these, Wow. And well, that's just pretty amazing, because, you always think of, I didn't let my kid in the hospital until he came in just before and just after, because, well, I don't know, maybe I was waiting to breathe on the kid or something. I don't know. And, wow. And I mean, so you just sounded like you were just as happy as can be with this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do my two guests have any questions here?
No, just I think it's wonderful, and I think it's beautiful that all the children got to watch.
Are they all going to have home births now?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, see? It does that.
I wonder if, if it's going to be a natural birth control or a natural, I mean, will it make them not want to have kids too soon, or want them to have them sooner?
Well, it's funny because our oldest has practiced abstinence, not just because that's what we've taught, but also because she's seen what my wife has gone through. And, but she has very clearly said when she's ready to have kids, she absolutely wants to have them at home.
Interesting. Because another thing, I guess, this does make explaining the birds and the bees a little bit easier.
A little, yeah.
How did the boys react to this? Do you have boys?
Yes, he was too young really to understand. He's only 2 years older.
Right. So, because I just wondered how the boys, I mean, I think it's fine. You know what? I'm getting another call.
Okay.
So, thank you so much for calling in. Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye-bye. WUDR?
Hi.
Let me get you on the air, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I certainly can.
I can certainly hear you. So welcome to Radio Hotline. This is Dennis Price. I have Tammi and Stephanie here. We're talking about home birth. And what's your name?
My name is Helen.
Hello, Helen. And what do you want to know? Do you have a question for us?
Well, I didn't have a question. I actually heard that you guys were talking